I kept his dick in a cage. I had the key. And
Does he still wear it?
No.
No, she had to relinquish him when she got a boyfriend. We're your hosts, Tara, Nora, and Allie, and you're listening to Bad Advice Only.
We're just three New York City rats talking about scurrying around the Big Apple. Here, we make the New York City mistakes so you don't have to.
We're begging you. Leave us a review and follow us on Instagram and TikTok at BadAdviceOnlyNYC. We release new episodes every Monday, so stay tuned, rats. Hey, rat ladies.
Oh,
Whoa. We're back. I chugged a lot of coffee this morning. I've also been up since 3:30 because I had a nightmare.
Oh,
how adorable.
Do you want to share? That's
no,
so cute.
It's dark.
Oh.
My mom died in it. I don't know.
Okay.
Okay. I wanted to talk today about a little thing called cuckolding. Woo! Nora's favorite topic. I don't know much about it, so I figured I would lead the charge and give you more of your favorite Q&A style.
Q&A style.
I am a big fan of cuckolding. Put it on record.
Big fan. Big fan
it's
over
on
here.
the record. I did not realize you were such a fan.
Oh, yeah.
Well, we'll get into it, but before we do, any rat recaps, rat droppings, rat rants?
I mean,
I'm looking at you because I've never received so many text messages from you in my life.
Listener, I was trying to read and I couldn't get through a sentence without Nora blowing up my phone with 3 texts.
Right. I haven't been on that bad of a date in years.
And you kicked a man literally like 6 months ago.
I kicked a man in the chest 6 months ago
so
on a date.
You're saying it's worse than that?
Worse than that. Way worse.
Wow.
Way worse than the attempted rape. Worse.
You heard it here first. Rape is back, baby.
I mean it. No, this guy was awful. I mean, you guys know because I was blowing up your phone.
It was rather annoying.
My favorite part of you ranting and being angry, and we'll talk about it obviously in a second, is Tara asking 5 times in the interim, "Where's the pizza? Do you mind picking up a slice on the way home?" Guys.
Yeah, I'm like going through the worst day of my life. She's like, "Could you just grab me a slice
Well,
on your way home? Cheese is fine."
I really thought she would get a slice and we would.
No, I wasn't hungry.
I don't care. You'll still eat a slice.
I thought maybe you guys had talked about it on the side.
I just
No.
well,
that was her response to my terrible date. She's like, "So a slice?"
Very funny.
Look, you're having a bad date. You're leaving in less than an hour. You'll hear more about it, listener. The date was 30 minutes. But yeah,
shit.
Why wouldn't you pick up 2 slices or I don't know, maybe a whole pie and come sit down with your sister and gab?
Did
that not happen at all?
No, she just raged while she took off her makeup and I ate my sad, lonely slice of pizza.
Guys, I checked the timestamps. It was literally like a 34-minute date. Like,
So you told him at one point to chug his beer.
I literally...
You're like, it's over.
Yeah, because I was like, we gotta go. I was like, I gotta go. I literally hated this man so much.
All right, set it up for the listener.
All right, 1, he was ugly as fuck, okay?
Oh, yeah, he catfished you.
He catfished me hard.
That was the
Guys,
funniest.
the boys have learned to catfish.
Yeah.
They know now.
And I'll say it
They
again
know
because
now.
they didn't get enough respect last night. It's another thing they've taken away from women.
Yes, they're catfishing. He was so ugly, looked nothing like his pictures
Bitch.
at all. And then the worst part, the peak of the bad date, was that he decided to tell me in order his top 5 performing Instagram posts.
How'd it come up?
I said I didn't have an Instagram.
Oh, so he had to double down on
So,
his.
in response, he's like, not only do I have an Instagram, here's my top 5 performing posts of all time.
Ugh.
And his top performing post that he proudly told me about was when he went to Nashville and he saw a group of bachelorettes sitting on the back of a truck, and they were all, his words, extremely overweight. And he took a picture of them, posted it on the internet, and wrote, "pulled pork." And then...
I
Dead silence.
laughed at it last night, but I was mad.
And then I just stared at him because I was like, "Oh, cool story, bro." And he goes, "This is the part where you're supposed to laugh." And I literally look him dead in his soul and I said, "I will laugh if you say something funny."
Good for you. Honestly,
that guy.
it's only funny because it's so uncomfortably stupid.
His joke is like, "I'm in the South and these girls are fat."
That's the joke.
But like, here's what I was ranting to Tara about.
Did
like,
you see the picture?
No, I didn't.
You were
ask
like, "I'm
to
good."
see it.
You didn't
I
ask
was
how many
like,
likes you got.
"I'm
I
good."
kind of want to go on there and report him.
Here's what I was ranting to Tara about. Like, I'm good with offensive humor. Like, offend me. Like, I can be offended and still think the joke is funny. That's not funny.
Right. Yeah. There's no bit in it. There's
no joke.
There's no bite. There's no funny. Like, it doesn't make sense.
He was so disappointed that I didn't laugh. And here's my PSA, and this is what I was screaming about last night. I'm done laughing at men who aren't funny. I will not smile to be polite. I will not laugh to be polite. I will not do anything to make them even slightly more comfortable because they do not do that for us.
You know, this man's going to be in love with you because of how, like, many walls and... Yeah, no, that he's driving him crazy.
I said my goodbyes. Oh, so the chugging a beer thing, I chugged my beer because I was like, I gotta get out of here. I had one drink. I chugged it.
And for the listener, they were at Barcade, which is the place
so
you can
embarrassing.
Go. Such an embarrassing first date.
I know.
Like, second, third date, fine. It just shows that you have no personality.
It is really
I've never been to Barcade unless it's day drinking and I'm blackout drunk and I'm with
someone
friends.
Brought you there,
yeah. Or two, I'm blackout drunk at night and someone has brought me there.
So Barcade, you can like play arcade games, and so
there you have it.
I chug my beer, and he's like, "Okay, do you want to play some games?" And he has like half a beer, and I literally go, "No, I just restarted Stranger Things, so I'd really like to just like get at least 2 episodes in before I go to sleep." And he's like, "Oh," and I'm like, "Yep," and he goes, "Well, I should get my card back." And he like starts looking for the waiter, and I go, "Yeah, they're not going to bring it unless you have an empty glass in front of you." And then he chugs it, and I'm like,
Smart.
"Okay, good to meet you. Bye." I go, "I'll see you soon." Turn around, block him.
Very funny.
I
Very funny
hated
stuff.
that man. There was so much more, listener, but we can't get
The
into
most
it.
ridiculous thing about this whole thing is that you've restarted Stranger Things. Like, I thought you were joking last night. Like,
No,
I thought she
yeah.
was like, it was like a euphemism for something.
Nope. I restarted Stranger Things, and I genuinely was like, God, I'd really rather watch that for the 3rd time.
The name of her vibrator.
Yeah, it's just like, they didn't come out with a 4th season.
No, I restarted.
No, it goes into the same camp of we beg our rats, no fake orgasms. It's the same thing. It's all in the same camp. Please stop just placating men.
Yep.
Stop it.
Unless you have to fake an orgasm to get out of a dicey situation. You tell me. Okay, moving along.
Okay.
Cuckolding! Yay! I didn't know its Christian name was Cuckolding.
Oh, really?
Oh, you
thought
I
she was
just thought it was
cucking?
cuck.
Or
Yeah.
cucking.
No, I just thought it was like someone was like, you know, it'd be funny if we took the F off of fuck and made it cuck.
Oh, no,
Oh.
it's cuckolding.
Cuckolding.
Yep.
Holding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Withholding the cucketh.
Ah, okay. Well, I looked up the definition.
Nora's favorite thing.
I will allow it in this case because I really do believe that a lot of people don't know about
Yeah,
cuckolding. So,
Well, including myself.
proceed.
What was interesting, too, because I know we weren't allowed to talk about this. I know you said that cuckolding has ties to slavery.
It does.
I didn't actually find anything
Oh, good.
Good.
in
They've
my
been covering
research.
that up.
However, they are, because the wording, you can make your own.
No, it does have ties to slavery,
It does.
unfortunately.
Okay, so in this definition, it says traditionally, the cuckold refers to a man whose wife was unfaithful. Modern usage, it describes a sexual dynamic where one partner derives pleasure from their partner having sexual experiences with another person with the knowledge and consent of all parties involved.
I feel like I can paint a slightly better picture, though, just because
Please go
that
on.
sounded very, like,
Well,
PC.
my next question is, why do it? Convince me. Go on.
Okay, I'm going to paint a better picture. What it's really like is let's say your husband, he's kind of sitting in the corner jerking off, and then you're like, your dick is too small for me. I need a real man. And then there's
Enters real man.
enters real man, and he fucks you in front of your husband. That is kind of the classic cuckold scenario.
So do you need to be a dom then as the female in this situation if it's male, female?
Great question. And no, you don't need to be a dom.
Correct.
Because I'm not a dom, but I do enjoy a cuckold fantasy.
But in your version,
Nora's version.
it's leaning degradation.
Yes, in my version.
Is that the word?
Yeah, is
I
that the word?
really don't.
Degradation? Degrading?
You said it really well, so it sounds right.
Thanks.
sounds
I don't
good to
know.
me.
I've never read the dictionary from front to back.
No?
So,
No?
hard to say.
You just lost all your points for saying degradation by saying that.
Yeah, I'm definitely not dommy, though I am slightly more dommy in a cuckold scenario. But in my ideal world, I'm not dommy. It's more like the guy it's called a bull. Bull enters, and he's sort of domming the two of us.
Oh, see, I didn't even get as far.
Yeah.
Okay. But,
to the bull.
To the bull.
yeah.
Yeah, the bull is the fucker in the cuckold scenario.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. I'm just trying to piece it all together.
Do you
No,
regret this
because
outline?
like this is a learning episode for me. Like this is where I learn because I have been, dabbling on the field, and the closest thing I've gotten to, like, I don't really try to enter a cuck situation if I can avoid it. I also don't like to be the dom if I can avoid it, and I accidentally stumbled into one of those situations.
Oh.
The man has since been blocked, but he was
sad.
like, I'd like to put my head in your lap and have you pet me and call me your good little pet slut. And I was like, I don't do animals.
No, that's not an animal. It's just your pet slut.
That's a little pet play. And I can get into pet play, but I want to be the pet.
pet slut. That's the pet. The slut is the pet, y'all.
Guys, don't get off topic. This is a cuck episode.
But that's as close as I got to cuck, so that's what I'm saying. I don't know.
Yeah, why'd you block him?
Well, he
bitch?
was like, I have a really strong personality. Like, are you
Don't
sure you're
yuck
going to be
someone
good with
else's
this?
yum.
And I was like, no, I'm not. So.
Okay. So back to your question of like, okay, convince me, why would you want to cuck? Let me tell you, I believe in my heart of hearts that should I ever get married, it will be to a cuck. Like, obviously, I'm meant to be with a cuck, and here's why.
Mm-hmm.
Because when you're with a cuck, you can fuck whoever you want, and they want you to. They're excited about it. They're into it.
They're like
Also,
super turned on by it.
They're very like, I don't know the word.
Caregiver.
They're caregivers. Like, they want to take care of you. They want to massage you. They want to pay for things.
You want to be worshipped.
They're worshipers.
You could get away.
Which I like.
Yeah, same.
Even though I'm not a dom, which is interesting. I'm not a dom, but I do like to be worshipped.
In theory.
Yeah, those things don't have to be, they're not synonymous. Yeah.
In theory, could you say that in a cuck relationship, you can get away an entire relationship without ever sleeping with your partner?
Oh, for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
And they're
Some
fine
of
with it.
them
What are
don't
they
even
doing?
want
What
to.
are they? What's the other one doing that's not getting
Jerking
fucked?
off.
The cuck.
The whole time?
He's jerking off.
Is it
Or-
cheating?
No.
No,
we know?
they have no interest in that.
No.
That's
some
some
of them don't
crazy
even
shit.
want to have sex.
So they're asexual.
But some do. Some do want to have sex.
So confused.
You don't have to be asexual to not have sex.
Yeah, so like I have a guy who is a bit of a friend of mine,
Okay.
and
The eyes.
his fantasy is that cuck scenario, he's in the corner, but he also like kind of tries to fuck me, but like can't measure up.
You swat him away.
Like he like tries to fuck me, and I'm like, no, not satisfying. Like, give me the real cock. Like that's his fantasy.
Yeah.
Which like I can get into that. That's kind of hot.
And where do you find the bulls?
Anywhere.
internet.
That's the easy part.
That's the easy part.
The easy
It's
part.
just like women wanting to get laid.
Yeah, there's bulls
It's so easy to find.
everywhere. There's not that many cucks, but when you find one, you got to hold on to him.
You got
Well, you just let one go.
No, I got him back.
Wait.
We brought him back.
He's
we
back.
for a
resurrected.
third time. What is this, man? Jesus Christ every Easter? Go
He's
on.
taking me to dinner Friday.
Oh. I have a lot of thoughts because, listeners, Saturday night got out of hand and we were out until 6 a.m. And until 6 a.m., Nora was going back and forth with this little cuck bitch boy.
Oh my God.
No, he likes that. That's what he likes to be called.
Yeah. Okay.
Go on. Explain to the listener, if you are comfortable with it, your current cuck experience.
Well, it's actually not that sexual. The reason that I broke up with him is because I don't feel like he wants to get to know me on a personal level, and he's like a little overly into the cuck thing, which I like it too. It's just like, I don't know you because you're not asking any questions except for about who I fucked.
Yeah, and so here's the
So,
thing, like
I
if
want
you're
a
gonna
balance.
have a serious cuck, like you have to have a decent rapport and relationship
Yeah.
with this person. You need to feel safe, obviously, if you're letting two men enter your room. Like you need to feel safe. So you
I
need
love that
to
it's
know.
enter the room and not enter your
Well,
puss.
they're not. Only one gets
Well,
to enter
sometimes
you.
the other one does too, guys.
If I would never let a cuck enter me.
See, Tara's a...
I'm too dom.
She's a dom.
Yeah, I'm a dom. You two are little bitches.
Yeah, I'm giving this guy another shot because it sucks. Okay, on paper, I really like, I think he's very handsome. I think he's hot. He's tall. He has a really good job.
Makes good money.
He's rich. He owns his own place. Like, there's so many things about him.
He's
that
a
I'm
grown
like,
man.
He's a grown man. His apartment, beautiful. Like, he's such a grown man, and I love that about him.
Mm-hmm.
And the sexual stuff does align for me. Like, that is good. But it's like we haven't gotten any rapport. Like, we can't get past anything because
He's
It
just like,
always
who'd you
reverts
fuck
back.
last night? Yeah.
Exactly. It always
you're
reverts
never
back.
gonna get to actually live y'all's fantasy
if we can't do the
because-
first part.
Right. You need to get to know one another. You need to then be able to identify a bowl that you both agree with. Like, there's so many like logistics behind it. So you do really need to make that friendship happen.
Yeah, and he does want a serious relationship.
See,
Which
so he
is
needs to like. Well, first of all, he needs therapy. If all he's talking about is this
100%.
because again, you need a relationship of some sort, whether a friendship or even something more serious.
And I even told him, like in person, I was like, I just need some evidence that you're like a normal dude. And then he was like,
Allie's so uncomfortable.
I just have so many follow-up thoughts and questions.
I always thought Nora was more subby, but now I'm getting the sense that you're the subbiest. If
Allie's
like you
the subbiest,
cannot,
I think.
like
I'm so subby.
I had no idea.
I don't
Nora's
know.
such a like. I don't know. Maybe Nora's just like likes to play little girl.
Someone told me
I
my
do like
forearms
gross.
remind them of a dom, and I thought that was really rude.
What?
They were like, "Thank God you're not a dom."
because of
forearms
forearms choke you out.
And I was like, I know they're a little veiny and a little masculine, but you don't need to say it out loud.
I'm going to take this in a really different direction, which is that I think I'm kind of a cuck as well.
You want to? You're switch. You want to switch?
You're
to-
switchy?
I think I'm a switch cuck because when I was in my first relationship, okay, fuck.
What the
High
fuck?
school.
No.
Before you knew what fucking really was.
But legit, before I knew what cucking was, like I did have some fantasies about like my boyfriend's friend coming in and like fucking me. Okay, that's like a
Fucking
classic.
you?
That's classic
That's like
cuck.
classic cuck. But then I also would have fantasies that like one of my particular boyfriends would like fuck someone in front of me.
Mm.
And like I'm not worthy of the fucking. So like that is a cuck.
yeah.
So I'm a switch cuck.
But you've never done that.
I've never done that.
You've never cucked.
I've
You've
never
tried,
cucked. I've tried to cuck.
but
It's not as easy as
Have
it
you
looks.
had a cock, Tara?
Yes.
so.
Oh yeah.
Well, she's had. Can we
I
call
had
him
a-
Dick Cage Boy?
Yeah, sure. I had a sub who I kept his dick in a cage. I had the key, and
Does he still wear it?
No, I
No, she had to relinquish him when she got a boyfriend.
The shame
Y'all-
and sorrow
I'm
going
so
on in her
sad.
face.
I'm so sad I had to relinquish him.
What the fuck,
because
piece
a-
of shit? You could
It
be
was
making
a
some
piece of
money.
shit.
Piece of
It was a
shit.
piece of shit. I'm trying to remember who it was. I think it was Jalapeno Dick. He was so
No.
She got a
Yeah.
boyfriend and then she had to relinquish
Was
her.
that long ago? I feel like his dick was just in a cage.
Okay, well, we kept it in a cage for a while. I didn't tell Jalapeno Dick about him right away. That's not cheating.
Okay, but that's a good question. Is it cheating
I mean,
to have the key to a dick cage that holds a dick?
you've never touched that dick, so it's
No.
fine.
Okay, for the listeners, I feel like we just went off on like a crazy
No, let them
tirade,
figure it
so-
out.
No, that's not how podcasts go. This isn't like a murder mystery.
Walk it back.
Okay. So I matched with someone on Hinge, which Nora and I wanted to talk about too.
No, it's on my list.
We keep meeting these cucks and subs on Hinge.
My
so,
cuck's from Hinge.
Yeah, exactly. So I meet this, we'll call him Dick Cage. I meet him on Hinge, and immediately I said something a little like direct, and he goes, "You're a dom, aren't you?" And I was like, "Yeah, I am." Like, what else do you say to that? Besides,
Yeah.
it's just like when that guy asked me if I was a dog walker, and I said, "Yeah, I am."
And then you got paid $15 to take a dog around the block.
Yep. So, anyways,
Not desperate for money.
we started talking about his sexual like fantasies and stuff, and yeah,
Before
he-
you met up.
yeah, and he was like, "I really like to be dommed. I like to get pegged. I like all these things. He really, really wants to be cucked." And so I was like, "Down. This sounds like amazing." And he's like a worshiper. So I was like, I'm in. And his whole fantasy is like not feeling worthy, like being embarrassed. He also likes to be like blackmailed too. So
Jesus.
yeah, he really likes
So many
that kind of
people need
stuff.
therapy.
Oh, I think that's fine. It's all
Yeah, it's just a fantasy.
he also
Well, do
kinda
you
like-
need therapy because you like getting choked by dick?
Probably, yeah.
Shit.
Probably, yeah.
So Dick Cage and I pegged him. I kept him his dick in a cage, and I'm pretty sure it was Jalapeno Dick. I finally like told him, and Jalapeno Dick and I were probably 3 or 4 months in when I finally told him about Dick Cage, because there was this just tiny key in my on my dresser, and I kept like holding
She's
off.
so happy talking about this. I wish we had camera.
I miss Dick Cage.
She's
so
beaming.
much. It was so fun. But yeah, he had to just cut himself out with like pliers.
That shit was leather, man.
No, it was like metal cage.
Yeah, it was a metal cage.
Yeah, it was a
It
metal
looked leather
cage.
because he was busting.
Well,
from...
he was wearing leather in the pictures
seams.
I've shown. So a lot of my friends actually have the picture of his dick in the cage.
You give us your best offer, maybe
we'll send it.
around.
I'll text him in black.
He would love that.
Guys, I
he would
haven't
love
seen
that.
Tara smile like this since Nom.
It's just so fun.
So
he bought me heels to wear and
to like stomp his balls. Was he a ball
no,
buster?
because it was in a
Tesla was a
cage.
ball buster.
Yeah, I'm not really into the ball busting.
No, I wore like the heels and like, you know, like little bits of lingerie and made him just crawl around our apartment on his hands. Yeah, it was our apartment. I locked Tiny Girlfriend out so that we could play. And
She
like,
would
I
have
just
thought
like
it was
made
a
him.
dog.
Yeah,
I just made him do shit and then, yeah, like embarrassed him a lot. And yeah, no, it's fun.
Yeah.
Would I want that romantically? No.
Yeah, but it is really nice to have
It's
a cuck.
so nice.
A
It's so
cuck
fun.
relationship is nice.
He
like
really-
outside of sex.
He checks in probably every 6 months to see if I, 1, have a new partner, or 2, have found someone that would be a bull.
Yeah. Ooh, a piece of shit's not interested in
You know,
bullying that.
I'm asking live, piece of shit. Can we? No, I'm kidding. That is not something we're ready for.
I'll ask him. You want me to ask him?
No, I've already asked. We've already asked. We've already talked about it.
I don't really see piece of shit as a bull. No offense. It's just like
He's such a
so
sweet man.
mellow.
Okay. Well, this has been very enlightening.
Does it make you want to do it?
No.
Not even the part where they worship you and they like to pay for stuff for you.
No, like I think parts of that are interesting. I don't know. Just like, to be honest with you, it seems like a lot of work. Call me lazy.
Guys,
It's not.
Guys.
You have to find a bull. You have to establish
You can
trust.
make your
Like,
cuck
that's
find
so
the-
exhausting.
Yeah, make the
you
cuck
can make
do
your
it.
cuck find your bull. Also, let me tell you about the best cuck I ever had. His fantasy was to pay for my dates with other men.
Oh, yeah.
And he literally paid me while I fucked Finance J.
I remember that
Like,
guy
how
because I
great
was
is
in
that?
the room.
Finance Jay would be
He was
so
like,
sad to hear that.
he was like, no, Finance J knew he was all about
No,
it.
Finance Street. No.
He was like, make him buy you lingerie.
That man really confuses me. He's a head scratcher.
He is.
I'm cooking a duck with him on Sunday. You guys want to come?
Nope.
Okay, well, I was going to pivot, and you guys already answered this because you both met your cucks on Hinge.
Yeah.
Where else do you meet them? Because you'd think it would be Field.
And I have met them on Field, but I think
They're just not as good. Because
yeah.
Like, is there an element of like, hey, this guy feels like he wants to date me in like an actual relationship. Surprise, he's a cuck that's hotter.
Yes, I totally agree because I want cucks for me, like the relationship aspect is better. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas Field, if they're coming into it with a kink, it's just like fake. It's like not real.
Well,
but if it's for real,
a kink
that's-
is real. Listener.
No, the kink's real. But I'm saying
You
when
feel
it's
like
like,
an
a
actor.
real relationship, like it's not fantasy, like that's a lot hotter. A
Yeah,
lot hotter.
in my fantasy, if I were to like, I have an ideal cuck, it would like a long-term relationship slowly morphing into a cuck. That would be really
Guys,
fun.
I'm so fucking
Piece of
vanilla.
shit. Are you listening, babe?
You're what?
I'm so vanilla.
You're not that vanilla.
You just talked about daddy tick strangling
Yeah.
you.
You're just like very subby. As
You're
am
very
I.
safe, minus the choking part. Like, I don't know. I wouldn't call you boring.
I feel like I'm boring. I feel like maybe I should get a cuck.
Oh my god, you're convinced.
Cucks of America.
Easily influenced?
Allie
I think
is-
not.
Allie is open.
Okay, so there's an aspect to it to meeting somebody in the wild that's not
Mhm.
like openly kink. My next question is cuck boy or bitch boy? Both.
Well, my cuck boys I've had in the
Have
past,
been bitchy.
they want me to call them like a sissy bitch boy. Like that's kind
So
of
they
their,
do like the
Mhm.
degrading aspect.
they want to be
Some.
they want to be
Yeah.
embarrassed. That's like the kink for the ones I've run into.
I would say like that's the largest portion of cucks where, yeah, they want to be put on blast and feel shame. There's
Quote,
like a lot of
put
shame.
in your place.
Yeah, men love that term.
And a lot of them also want to hear that like their dick is like too small or like not satisfactory.
Man enough.
But are they?
Well, the guy.
The pause says it all. Dick Cage was small.
Dick Cage had a small dick. And he loved hearing it.
The guy I'm thinking about does also have, he has like it's like an average, like a little bit below average dick. It looks kind of thick. I haven't actually totally felt it.
What do you mean I haven't totally felt it?
I got a little
OTP.
I got a little OTP over the pants, but I have seen it a lot. But he wants me to say it's small.
Right. Like, can you imagine some cuck with like an 18-inch dick?
Well, that's what I'm thinking because that was what led me in my next question. Could you imagine having a guy with like an 18-inch hung fucking cock and then he enters a bull, another 18-inch
like perfectly average
fucking cock, and then like what's the why? Like does that guy get mad? Like you know what I mean? But then I was like, okay, when I was doing my research, I was like, is this threesome? But it's not.
It can be. I think it can be.
It says a threesome is about shared sexual activity, where the cuckolding's more specific power dynamic and emotional experience.
Yes.
But I could argue that is a threesome.
I would argue too, especially if we're like talking about parallel play being
like
fucking sex.
I think
parallel play is sex.
Okay, we don't need to get in the argument again.
Parallel play, for the listener, that's when two people masturbate next to each other. Tara's a big fan.
I love when she does. We're like, hell yeah, brother.
Hell yeah, brother. But I think it's a threesome. Because sometimes the cuck does have sex with the girl. Like, it could happen. Or at the very least, they're probably jerking off.
Yeah.
I've also had cucks who want their fantasy is like that the guy, like the bull, like this is pretty wild.
I didn't realize you had this many cucks.
I've had cucks where their fantasy is that the bull comes in, like pushes them to the ground, puts their foot on their chest, and then like fucks their girl in front of them.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like kind of like it's like very power dynamic. Yeah. Like this man is taking my woman kind of thing.
Philly guy one time told me.
Oh yeah, Philly guy's a cuck.
Yeah, Philly guy is a cuck.
Yeah. I didn't know that.
Yeah, one time he told me, and it wasn't one time, it was like 7 times. He'd be like, I'm just remembering. Well, because I like block out things I'm not interested in.
Yeah, she's not attracted to it, so she just like ignores it.
I just repress it. But he's definitely done that where he's like, I want to like walk in on you and like a coworker or you and like somebody at the bar that you've met like fucking in my hotel room.
Yep.
And then I kicked them out, but he wanted to kick them out and then fuck me.
That's less cucky. That's more like voyeurism / like dominating, like taking charge.
Yeah, is he gonna take charge of the situation?
Guys, I don't know. We never met up.
Yeah, he wasn't
after many of moments of me trying.
Yeah, Philly boy was not a cuck boy. He was a bitch boy.
Bitch boy.
No, that's like more of that voyeurism and then becoming like taking charge and becoming a dom, like seeing like the like throws of passion and then throwing a man out and then fucking
I
you.
like that idea too. I like a lot of these ideas.
I was there for that. I was like, let's do it.
That's hot.
And then I tried to set it up 3 times in a row, which is very exhausting for me.
It's like a lot of moving parts on that.
He'd be like, "Well, how's like an hour from now?" I'm like, "It's lunchtime. Where would you like me to find somebody?
Where am I getting the bull?"
No.
I feel like my fantasy's a little bit crazier.
Let's hear it.
Shocker. When I asked Jalapeno Dick to consider it, he burst out laughing. Listener, if your partner tries to share their fantasy with you, I would recommend not laughing in their face right away. But he was very immature and a crackhead, as we discussed last episode. All I said, I thought it would be fun to have my cuck in the room. He has to stay on his hands and knees when he's around me, and he can't look at me, so he has to keep his head down. So I thought
what's wrong with that?
Yeah, nothing's wrong with that. And then I said we should get a dog kennel and make the cuck. Allie and Jalapeno Dick are a lot alike.
I'm still following. Okay.
No, I'm here for it.
You're
laughing.
Keep going.
I like it.
I want to, get him on a little leash and collar, walk him around, make Jalapeno Dick walk him around.
Get him a bar collar.
that is quite degrading. And
then
Jalapeno Dick, you have a crackhead walk this dog around.
That's the dream, listener. Get him in his little kennel, and then jalapeno dick, and I would fuck and make fun of him and like throw shit at him while we're doing
shit at him. No, I love this. I'm laughing because I like it. I'm not laughing because I'm like, oh my god, no.
Jalapeno dick was like, I could never, and just like laughed at the guy.
Insecure.
He was very insecure. I brought it up to Old Balls one time. Old Balls was very uncomfortable.
Another crackhead.
He's like 60.
Yeah, there are 60-year-olds that would want this.
Didn't he have his own dog? Oh no, he had a kid. Sorry.
No, that was a human child. That was a human.
I feel like this is a wrap.
Sorry, no, we haven't wrapped yet.
Oh my.
We could. Okay. Yeah, the rest was just about power dynamic. So we
kind of covered that.
I covered the
we covered
dynamic,
that. So I guess to close, since
Allie just derailed this whole thing.
Guys,
I'm
derailment
sweating.
are the funniest line of the episode.
I'm sweating. It went from like Allie thinking about bestiality to pedophilia so fast.
Oh, that's not at all where my mind went. Oh my god.
Okay, well, rats, write us in if you've ever cucked.
And I was going to close by saying, how much cuck could a fucking cuck if a fucking cuck could fuck a cuck? Honestly, I spent like 6 minutes trying to put that together last night. I was like, this doesn't make any sense.
I was going to say, I was like, where did you get that?
You know, like, how much wood could a woodchuck chuck?
Yeah, we got it.
Bye, rats.
Bye, rats.
As always, thanks for listening. If you're interested in even more bad advice, scurry on over to Instagram and TikTok at BadAdviceOnlyNYC. We're begging you. Download and rate the show and leave us a review. Talk to you next Monday.
Stay tuned, rats.